Oh, did you turn the camera off, I think. Oh. We're live now. Okay.
Nope.
Oh. It's a vertical. All right, we're going live vertical again. All right, we're going live vertical.
What do you need?
I'm trying to rotate this. There we go.
What do you need?
I'm trying to rotate this. There we go. We need more coffee, you guys.
Okay, thank you so much for bearing with us. Sorry about the vertical orientation.
I think we did this last time we went live too.
We're
live.
We're live now.
So, good morning, everyone.
Well, as you've probably noticed by now, there's no new video this week. So, yep, this is a gap week for Courtney and I, something that we're trying to schedule in every once in a while to give us a little more family time. But we thought we'd go live instead to give you an update on what's been going on around here in our lives and on the property.
Yeah,
and,
we have some big projects that we've been working on right now, and sometimes we need just a little more than a week to get them done. So that's what this week is. But do you want to kind of give some teasers of the things that we are working on? We'll start with teasers.
Well, I think the biggest teaser is one that you've already seen, which is this giant truck that's been showing up in the background of our last 4 or 5 videos.
Yeah.
A lot of you have been asking, Riley, why did you get your CDL? And well, I think that truck is sort of just the beginning of that answer. There's been a lot going on in the back end of things that I want to do, projects that I want to work on that were going to require bigger equipment, bigger vehicles, and ultimately that meant a commercial driver's license.
They're going to require bigger stuff, or you just want bigger stuff?
Well, bigger trucks get the job done faster.
Yeah, Riley's been talking to me about, it's an MK31 that we bought, and he's been talking to me about this truck for like over a year, and you've been shopping for the right one, and it finally came up, and we had other videos we needed to post first, but next week will be the video about buying that truck, and spoiler, but it was definitely an adventure.
It was a big time adventure. So that truck is a Marine Corps tractor. It's they call it current duty. So it's the version of that truck that they're still using today in the military. This one's a 2007. It's got a Cat C12, 415 horsepower motor, Allison transmission, lockers in all the axles. I mean, it's a cool truck.
And it wasn't in Idaho. We had to go get it in another state, and the drive home was more eventful than I wanted it to be. I mean, now it makes a good video, but at the time it was pretty stressful. So that'll be a fun video. That'll be next Sunday. And then we've also been working on my mom's tiny house. So do you want to talk about, they've seen up to the spray foam. Do you want to talk about the spray foam a little bit?
Yeah, the spray foaming, like, a lot of you asked, why did we spray foam it? Why didn't we use InSoFast? We've used InSoFast in the past. It's a great product. We really liked it, but I think something that Courtney and I like to do is to learn new things. And so the idea, we didn't want to do it the same as last time. We wanted to learn a new skill. And one of those skills was spray foaming. I've always been curious about spray foaming, especially the DIY kits. And on a tiny house, it just seemed like a really good opportunity for us to see what it was like. And the first few minutes were really, really stressful.
I thought we'd made a huge mistake when we started spraying it, because I thought I was ruining the container, because it just didn't feel like I was doing it right. Was I doing it thick enough? Was I doing enough?
Was it expanding right? Was it going to cure?
Yeah, what if it didn't cure? What if I just like sprayed this goo all over the walls that never cured? So those were all the thoughts going through my head. But it turned out great.
Yeah, by the end of it, we had it down. I bought 3 full kits because I wasn't sure what was going to happen, if we were going to have any problems. I wanted to make sure we had extra. We ended up not using an entire kit of spray foam. So it took 2 kits to spray foam that entire container. And now that we also have the Mr. Cool air conditioning installed in there, we've been able to condition that space, and it's amazing. Like that spray foam insulation is, it can be in the blasting sun on the side of that thing, even painted with that dark color, and it still stays really comfortable in there.
Yeah, I'm so happy with how my mom's house is turning out. I'm not sure if my mom's watching this live, but hi Mom, if you are. And she's not here right now. So by the next time she visits, we're hoping to have a lot more done on the container and maybe a few surprises as well. And I think we're gonna hint at one of those surprises at the end of this live. So you guys are gonna definitely wanna watch till the end. We're gonna be going live until about 7:30.
So stay till the end because there's a surprise literally right on the other side of the camera that we're gonna show you later.
It's kind of 3 surprises.
What's the third one?
There's
yeah.
the 2 and the, okay. I want to tell you guys now, but I'm not good at surprises. We have to wait till the end. What other things have we been up to? Do you want to talk about the excavator that's here right now and the big holes? Just hint, like.
Oh, well, so there's also been a massive excavation project going on in the background in between working on the container down the hill over there. We've been installing something that we've had a lot of questions about.
Yeah.
About what we do with it. So, like, should I just say it?
Yeah, I think they can know. Like,
Yeah, so one of the questions we get all the time is what do we do with our gray water? You guys know we have an incinerating toilet, and that's how we handle our human waste, but what do we do with the gray water, with the kitchen water, with the laundry? And before we had our shallow well, the answer was that we would haul it to town, or we had different ways of getting rid of it. We had a big tank in the back, and
the septic man would just come pump out the porta potty that we usually had, and then also the tank. So it kind of just depended on the time of year.
and
But we always had plans to put septic in, sorry.
that was fine until we got our shallow well going, and then all of a sudden we have water, and we're using a lot more water, which means we're making a lot more gray water, and it became a problem. And so we're currently in the process of installing septic. We're almost done. We've got a 2,000 gallon tank and a 1,000 square foot leach area. It's a massive system that we had to find a place to fit into the rocks up here.
The square footage that you guys had to excavate, it was way bigger than this shop site. Like
our building pad,
and that
insane.
It was a huge logistical challenge for you guys figuring out where to put it. So that video you had a lot of fun making, and we actually have a friend, Andrew, helping on that project with his excavator. So that's a fun video, and that'll be coming out in a couple weeks.
It was a lot of fun for me to get to work on a project with an actual professional excavation contractor. I learned so much, not just about like excavating and running equipment, but just all of the different ways to set things up and the thought process that he went through ahead of time. I learned a lot.
So now I think we'll do like 5 minutes of question and answer, and then we'll end the live with something fun or surprise. Does that sound good to you guys? So fire away. Let's see. Oh, are we gonna make my mom's space bigger? I don't know. I think we'll start with that space, and if she wants more space, we could definitely add another container. She's usually only here for about 2 weeks at a time, and I mean, really, she's hanging out with us usually, so we think it should be enough space, but we can always add on if we need to. What's been the project you learned the most from so far? That's a good question.
I think that every time we do something that puts us out of our comfort zone, something that we've never done before, that's a project that we learn a lot on. Gosh, of all of the projects we've done, what have we learned the most on? Probably building this building.
That was going to be mine, is like we had never built a building before. And so it was learning all new things at the same time that had to go like in a certain order.
Yep, and trying to think far enough ahead on the project that we wouldn't back ourselves into a corner.
Yeah, I think that definitely. Wind power, have you ever thought about wind power?
You know, we just don't get wind here. Like we have occasional windstorms, but they're not very often. And when I've looked at the specs on wind turbines, we have a weather station that monitors wind speeds here, so I can look at graphs of wind speeds. And we wouldn't produce significant enough power, I think, to make the cost even close to worth it.
I actually, it's hard, like wind power would be cool, but I love that it's not windy at our house.
Yeah.
It's nice just when we're out working outside that it's not windy. This is a good question. Because of the shallow well, why wouldn't we drill a deeper well?
I think the biggest answer to that is because deep wells are really expensive. Like it would cost us a lot of money to drill a deep well. And just because there's water on the surface, there's no guarantee that there's more water underneath it. This hill that we live on is a big rock formation, and different neighbors have had varying levels of success or no success drilling wells on it.
Including, not that far from us, a 700-foot dry well. So the quote that we got to go 700 feet was $60,000, and there's no guarantees that we're going to find water.
But I think the other answer to that question is because our shallow well produces more water than we need. Like,
At least for now, yeah, it's been working.
it's gonna be really interesting to watch it this summer, but last summer it continued to produce water through the entire summer and into the fall, so.
Oh, where are we gonna put my mom's house?
How do we describe where we're gonna put it? Part of this big septic project has also been creating a pad for the tiny house to go, and we're working on our plans for how to move it. So all the questions of how we're gonna move it,
We don't know.
we don't know yet. But I have 2 plans I'm working on.
At first we were like, oh, let's put the container at the top of the house. It's a beautiful view, but then, you know, looking at how it's going to be used, we're going to put it pretty close to our house so that it's convenient for my mom to come over here and easy for her to drive to it. So it'll be fairly close to the house. The boat. What's up with the boat?
Oh yeah, the boat. Courtney and I pulled the boat out for the winter time. We bought the boat in the water. We'd never seen the boat out of the water, so we wanted to pull it out and get a chance to look it over and fix a few things. And so we've actually spent weekends over the past few months going down and working on the boat together. And we haven't been filming those projects. We've just been doing it as like a time for us as a family to go do something that we like to do. And
yeah,
it's been a lot
it's
of
been
fun.
super fun. I redid the anti-fouling paint along the whole bottom. I buffed and waxed it. I refinished all the teak. It's been, like, I think, the first hobby project that I've had in a really long time. And Oliver can hang out with us while we're doing it. And it's been really fun. And the boat looks so good now.
So we are planning on making a video about putting the boat back in the water because I think that's going to be a pretty interesting project.
It's a big boat. And I think Briley sold his OBS forward. So that's how you towed it the first time. So I think we're going to use the MTVR and it should get pretty interesting. So
Yeah.
that'll be a video in a couple weeks probably. Let's see. The septic project, is it for a new home site? Because that's a massive system. That's a good question.
Yeah, so we sized the system, because we're so limited on places on this hill where we could put a septic because of the soil conditions, we ended up deciding to size the system large enough that it can support a second home as well, like a full-size second home. Courtney and I don't know if we have plans to build a second home. I think we always did when we first got here. We thought that was what we were going to do, but we really like our
home.
We like our home. Like, our home serves us really well, and
Yeah.
so we're not sure on that one. But we wanted to make sure that we left the option open down the road.
Oh, do you feel like the electric truck was worth it?
That's a hard answer. Yeah, I'm gonna say the short answer is yes. I really, really like that truck. It's super quiet, super comfortable, very capable. We towed an 8,000-pound trailer with it, and it was just fine. A 9,000-pound trailer with it, and it was just fine.
But I don't know that we'll know the answer to that in the short term, though. I think we have a lot of long-term apprehensions about it as well.
Now that we're into, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Now that we're into summer or early summer, late spring, like, now that truck is 100% powered off excess solar here on the property, which is such a rewarding thing that we have this resource that we were literally wasting before, which is that when our batteries were full, our solar panels weren't doing anything. Now we're able to charge the truck and drive back and forth to town for free off our waste energy, which has been, it's a really cool, fun feeling.
Yeah. Let's see. Are we gonna collect rainwater?
You know, I think that we get a lot of questions about rainwater, and we're really apprehensive about rainwater. With our freeze-thaw cycles here all winter long, it would be really challenging to have a system that was winterized. I think it would get packed with ice and break and put a lot of excess weight on the eaves of our roof. And again, the short answer to that question is that our shallow well produces more water than we need, so we don't really need another water source.
Another good question. Dozer update.
Dozer update.
We give a dozer update every live. You guys love the dozer, which we love because we love the
I love the dozer too, and the dozer is still stuck. It is still broken. It needs full steering clutches, brakes, and transmission rebuild, along with all of the hydraulic components flushed. And that is a huge job that I just don't know that it makes sense for that dozer.
And so that folds into the next question you guys have been asking, which is what's going on with our abandoned cabin. We started filming the knock down the abandoned cabin video as soon as we hit 500,000 subscribers, which was during winter. And we cleaned out the inside. We took off the porch and we filmed all that. That'll be in a video. And then you went to go get the dozer to knock the cabin down. And then that's when it got stuck.
Yep. So near the end of the road project that Tyler helped me with, we were using the dozer still, and then it just started kind of acting up, and I was like, yeah, you know, Tyler, let's just get this thing off to the side. I think we're kind of done with it for now. I really don't want it to break during this road project and cause a roadblock and be stuck. We'll come back to it. Well, so I thought it still mostly functioned. When I came back to it, it was fully broken.
Yeah, so we are in the process of knocking the cabin down and making that video for you guys. And the other question we got a lot is, why aren't we saving the cabin? And I don't know that we did a good enough job of showing you guys the inside, but it's really bad. I mean, mold, rot, the foundation, everything about it. Unfortunately, it's just not salvageable.
It just wasn't, unfortunately, it wasn't built right from the beginning, and to salvage it, we'd have to start over, and there's nothing really to salvage now because of the rot and the mold.
And the mouse rat infestation. So hopefully we'll get to make that video for you guys soon. We're still trying to work on other options for knocking that down. And so with that, do you want to just take the phone and show them the secret project we're working on? And then I think there's some people hiding back there.
Well, the first secret, guys, is, do you see what's up here on the shelf behind me?
You can take it off the tripod too.
So our friends Dylan and Molly from the channel Wood Brew TV actually made me a mini model of the Snowverlander that is a fully functional four-wheel drive RC car, but that's not the only thing they're helping us with.
Or also, well, can we announce what it actually is?
Well, what is it?
Okay. This is going to be a really cool Murphy bed that has some unique features that I will save as a secret for the video.
Okay.
So it's gonna be like a multifunctional Murphy bed secret project thing. So we're like halfway through the cabinet build of the Murphy bed, and the bed will be in here horizontally and fold down this way for the container. So
Dylan is like a space-saving design organization wizard, and we gave him this idea like, oh, it would be great to have this multifunctional space in the side of the container. He ran with it and came up with a design that is absolutely amazing, and then they flew out here to help us build it.
Well, granted, this is like our third or fourth Murphy bed, so I think we have some ideas.
But thank you guys for letting us come out.
Yeah, it's been
so
a
much
ton of fun.
Yes.
So Dylan and Molly have been here with us for how long?
This will be our third day and our second day building, and we've been learning so much about woodworking, like so much. What, like, you want to talk about your new tools?
Well, with every new project comes new tools, including this project. And Dylan helped me buy a track saw. He gave me some recommendations on types of track saws, and the track saw is an absolute game changer. Like, I think it's gonna 99% replace my table saw.
We don't have a new video this week, but you guys have a new video coming out tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So go over to the channel, make sure to subscribe and watch their video tomorrow. And then I'll link to their channel down below. And thank you guys so much for tuning in on our Chaotic Live. We're really looking forward. Next week's video is going to be about buying our MK31. It's probably one of my favorite videos we've made this year so far. And thanks for watching, guys.
All right, well, thanks for watching. Go watch Wood Brew, and we'll see you next time.